Take a listen to this.
Stories over the course of my career, and I certainly don't need James Gunn to be the fucking arbiter of my credibility, okay? James Gunn should go and focus on making a good fucking movie, okay? Because I'll tell you the other thing. I put out that newsletter the other night where I mentioned that I heard good things about Superman, that it's improving, that the internal cut was improving. You know what? I got a call from my best source after that newsletter. He said, great newsletter tonight. You had one thing wrong. And that's about Superman, which I continue to hear is terrible. Wow. Like, I can be a nice guy or I can be a fucking asshole. And I've been pretty nice. I mean, that's the other thing. You have to judge a reporter not only by what they report, by what they don't report. Right. James Gunn knows very well what I haven't fucking reported. Just like CA knows very fucking well what I didn't report this week. That's the shit that I want to be judged by, too. Right. Like Jeff kept his mouth shut when it mattered. Yeah.
Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. I'm Mick, your host with the most to start your girlfriends and your wives. You can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad, and on Instagram and on Threads at Movies TV Mad X, on TikTok Mad Mickey's World, and on Snapchat Mick, your host with the most. So a very warm welcome to Friday's edition of the DCU Daily. I hope you heard that Jeff Snyder audio clearly. I know I don't have the most pro equipment, but I think you know what I'm saying and you heard that audio. That is, wow, that blew my mind, because my only plan on this video today was talk about my disdain of the Lanterns TV show. A lot of press came out. We had an image about the Lanterns TV show as well. We'll be talking about that very, very shortly, but I think it's very important to be talking about that audio. So Jeff is clearly angry at James Gunn. Now, I don't know this for sure, but clearly James Gunn has said something about him as a reporter. Maybe he said something he said wasn't true. So let's go back to what Scooper Jeff Snyder actually said. He said that he put out a newsletter saying that he's hearing good things internally about Superman, right? That people are saying the film has improved. Test audience apparently liked the movie. Now, I didn't believe those reports anyway. And it's interesting what Gunn was quoted in saying about the test screenings. He said he's going to go back in editing, change a few things, making out it's just him creatively wanting to make a punchline and all this nonsense. He's changing things because test audiences did not like his movie. And he said he's going to change a few things, go back and reshoot a few things. He says it's a pain in the ass, but he's going to do it because test audiences do not like this film. I told you that yesterday. And isn't it funny again when everyone comes at me? Who are you? You're a nobody. You're a writer, actor, director nobody's heard of. You're a nobody. Nobody watches your videos. Again, in close succession, twice in a row, right? It's been confirmed what I've been telling you. I am not a scooper. I don't have Jeff Snyder's followers. He's just told you that insiders are saying that James Gunn's Superman sucks, right? And I told you yesterday that I translated his cryptic little quote that test audiences, that his quote means that test audiences do not like Superman. Jeff Snyder, a connected individual. I'm a connected individual. I just don't have the followers, right? He does, right? Jeff's got me blocked on Twitter. I don't care. We've argued before. I'm happy to argue with people if they're too immature to have, a grounded, constructive argument, and they're just going to block you, because I don't insult anyone in arguments. Nobody. I just say what I want to say, and that's that. Mature people don't block me. They respect me. I respect them. Immature people block me because they're too used to people blowing smoke up their backsides. That's okay. I don't like being blocked by anyone. I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, I don't care. Of course I care, but it is what it is. And Grace Randolph's got me blocked. Again, I'm sad that she's got me blocked. I don't always agree with her, but again, I've never insulted anyone and never really deserved to be blocked by these popular people. But anyway, what he said was very interesting. as well. He says, I can be a good, a good reporter is what you don't say. And this is very, very interesting because your job is to inform us if we should go and pay for this film while you put in your newsletter that you're hearing good things about Superman. You're now telling us the truth, right? You're telling us that this film is not going down well, that reports us, your sources told us that this film apparently sucks. I don't like that language, sucks, because it doesn't have any objectivity and there's no balance to it, but that's what Jeff Snyder has actually told us. You heard the audio yourself. This is not me making it up. This is Jeff Snyder is not a devout Snyder crusader, right? This is an objective journalist. I think he's got his own site. He's out on his own now. And a lot of the stuff that he's told us that has come true. He's doing a lot of reporting about the DCU. And Gunn is not happy about it because Gunn's ship is sinking before it's set for sail. And that's ridiculous because their idea of launching all these projects before they release their own movie, their first movie, is a freaking disaster. So if Jeff Snyder's insider says the film isn't very good, I don't know. Is that fact? Because movies and art are subjective, aren't they? So I will make my mind up. This is why I don't believe anyone. It's interesting, yesterday as we move on to Lanterns, right, some YouTuber, prominent YouTuber, was having a go at fans for criticising the picture that they showed us of Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. Basically, they just look like a couple of vagrants. Why not show us a picture of them suited up if they are suited up? So anyway, right, I'm going to read you a few quotes from the Lanterns producers. I'm going to show you that picture, but I'm not very happy, and I'm about to tell you why. So there you have it, right? Here's a picture of Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan walking down the street looking like vagrants, right? Imagine this picture with no text, a textless picture. Imagine you know nothing about Lanterns, you've heard no press, and you're just looking at these two guys dressing up as normal guys. How do you know this has anything to do with a Green Lantern TV series or a series called Lanterns? Forget about the premise of the show that I don't like already. But this is terrible marketing, and James Gunn realised that himself because he quickly put a picture up on his Instagram story of one of these guys wearing a lantern ring. But that doesn't cut it for me. These people are absolutely clueless. So let's look at some of the quotes made by people working on this show. Because that's the whole thing. They were saying how proud they were that it's in production, blah, blah, blah. It's to create hype. Instead of creating a hype, many Green Lantern fans, many DC fans, not just Snyder fans, to be clear, are not happy. But people like this prominent YouTuber getting upset. Boba Talks, again, who has become, very sadly, because I have a lot of respect for Boba, he started off as an objective YouTuber, but he's playing in the role now of a shill. He's not really a shill. He's pretending to be a shill because he's getting the shills, he's getting the fans who will take anything that's thrown at them, and he's making money off his YouTube, right? He's playing a role. He's not really a shill. He's more objective. But this is what he's become. And criticising people, because the thing is, Boba, you're going to be watching this show for free, because that's what happens. You've got access to free stuff. But the rest of us will have to pay. Paying customers have every right to constructively criticise what they're going to be paying for. That's how a consumer-based business and industry works. So let's have a read on what these donuts have had to say. So this is Chris Monday, praises Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre, who are playing Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. No issue with the actors. In fact, 20 years ago, Kyle would have been a great Hal Jordan, but I don't want to see an Indiana Jones 5 kind of Hal Jordan, and it looks like this is exactly what we're going to get. You look at that picture, he looks tired, he looks old, he looks unshaven, and of course, Jon Stewart looks cooler, he looks smarter, and there's a reason for this. There's a political reason for this, and it's all about identity and identity politics, And this show is going to be full of it, and this is where we are in entertainment today. So, Chris Mundy, Kyle being so ridiculously good in so many things, he's also very funny in a dry, wit way, which is important for the character. He's perfect for the part, and he's going to make us all look really good, basically. Aaron is a serious theatre actor, yet he also looks like he was built in a lab to be an action star. Those two qualities spoke to me, says Mundy. He's an extremely thoughtful performer with a huge range and the ability to be many things at once, which you need for Jon Stewart. Now, you know who I would have cast? Ray Fisher. They would never have cast Ray Fisher. Ray Fisher, because it's a new universe, right? It's a multiverse born from the DCEU. It would have been kind of cool for Ray to play that character. But I know they hate Ray Fisher because Ray Fisher gave it to them straight. He's a man of integrity. But anyway, let's carry on. Chris Mundy. I was drawn by the challenge and fun of creating something really grounded inside the big, amazing mythology, says Mundy. From the beginning, all we talked about was how can we take all the things we loved about the source material and turn it into a layered human HBO drama. Just the idea of trying to pull that off was exciting to me. And the thing is with me, you can't look at the Green Lantern story and go, oh, I know, let's make it a grounded HBO story. No, it should be, it should be an epic cinematic event. Green Lantern is a universe within a universe, right? It's Star Wars in the DC universe. It can be its own thing. It's that huge. And not seeing that potential shows you how creatively bankrupt these people are and how creatively bankrupt and lazy New Hollywood has become. Chris Mundy. From the start, our driving force has been to deliver a layered drama rooted in nuanced storytelling and rich world building that balances tension and mystery with honest, authentic emotion. The goal is to create something that feels timeless and grounded without sacrificing the magic of the source material. But by making it grounded, you're sacrificing what the source material is. You could have told us a galactic story not on Earth, but because you don't have the money, they decided to make this an HBO cheap Earth-based show. Damon Lindelof. I have more deep-cut appreciation of Green Lantern comics, particularly the offbeat sci-fi short stories of the Green Lantern Corps, penned by Alan Moore in the 80s. What I've always loved about Green Lantern is that he's a superhero whose imagination is the greatest strength. In terms of using his ring to conjure amazing things, that's cool to me, especially as an artist. The other thing I loved about Green Lantern Corps, besides its diverse range of male, female, and alien characters, is the fun quandary and competitive tension between its members. It's a community of lone wolf cops with a realistic ethos that demands a lot of them. That makes for a rich source of drama. You're still not telling me what you're going to do. That doesn't tell me anything. You're just telling me what you like about it. We all like that about it. So let's see what else we got. Anything else? Oh, this is a funny one. Away from that. Season marketing veteran Ricky Strauss has been tapped to consult for DC Studios on Superman. It is Strauss' first project since leaving his poster as Apple TV Plus head of marketing. Oh, Apple TV Plus, who make great stuff that nobody watches. Oh yeah, a great marketing guru to get onto Superman. So he has previously worked for Disney on several Star Wars, Marvel and animated projects. There goes Gunn again, bringing people from Disney and Marvel. Oh, great. This is Chris Mundy again. Our lanterns have the rings and all of the power they bring, and other characters and aspects of the love are going to show up or be said. Let me say that again. Other characters and aspects of the law are going to show up or be name checked. Oh, great, name checks. You see what I mean? It's just cheap and lazy. But it's a series that explores who these guys are when they're on the job and when they're out of uniform. We don't want to see them out of bloody uniform. That's the point. We want you to celebrate the uniform. We want you to celebrate the Corps, and you're not going to do that. It's designed to be accessible for people who don't know the mythology by taking them out the costumes. No, nobody wants this. Anyway, but hopefully really satisfying for people that know it backwards and forwards. Nope. He adds season 1 is designed to be its own complete season of television that hopefully will become many seasons of television, which means you've never got any intention of giving us any Green Lantern movies. Disaster. And here's a picture that Gunn put up of the ring. Hardly that enigmatic, is it? And so there you have it. So look, this is where we are. This is where DCU is. And as I say, James Gunn's ship is capsizing before it's even set sail.